Hey guys, it's Rob. 284 days until I turn 30, and don't look now, but I think we're almost ready for professional editing, which is scarifying, but it's coming. Uh, on the update today, no weight loss or gain, weighed in the exact same amount I did last time, which was a huge uptick last time, but now it's just the exact same. Um, I cannot take tasty leftovers home from my parents' house anymore. That's gonna have to stop because then I eat them on the second day too, and that's one day of splurging is okay. 2 days of splurging is not going to help anybody. And on the editing, I suspect by noonish tomorrow, I'll have it in a state that I'm willing to turn over to someone and get a professional edit on. And that's scary. I just looked at the prices. The prices are scary too. I mean, it looks like to get the level of service I want, even with people who price point themselves below the market average, for the length of my manuscript, I'm looking at about nearly $1,000. And when you consider what the returns on independently published books look like, you just think to yourself, well, that's that many more copies that I have to sink, that I have to sell before I start turning any sort of profit. But at the same time, you don't want to go halfway. If the first 100 or 200 people buy your book, and then you haven't gotten it professionally edited and taken care of, and it's riddled with errors, and it's not the best it can be, the next thing you know, you're not selling any more copies. Period. You played the short game and you lost. So it is going to have to happen, which means I am going to have to get comfortable with that level of expense, because it's not something I can put out in a halfway sort of state. So it must be done. Um, and yeah, the whole process is complicated. I'm looking at like what royalties for books look like. I'm looking at how to do layout. I'm wondering exactly how much feedback I'll be getting that's going to be like stuff I need to further modify on the book once it comes back, so on and so forth. And I guess more than anything, I want to say, as far as just getting you guys in the right mindset for whatever your projects might be, um, it's okay to be scared. I'm scared. The thing is, just don't let that fear prevent you from taking action, which is something I did for a huge portion of my life. Even though it's been slow going on this manuscript, even though I've hemmed and hawed and worried and struggled, um, ultimately I kept putting one foot in front of the other, however slowly. And now we're almost to a point where I'm handing it off for professional edit and all that good stuff. Oh my gosh, I haven't gotten cover art taken care of either. Um, it's a lot of work, but you just keep going one step at a time, and at the end of it, you have something you're proud of. So that's all on the agenda coming up for me. Figuring out who or what service I want to do this editing and handing it off to them in a state that I'm satisfied I've done as much as I can do with, so that I can make the most of their editing when the manuscript comes back. Once that's sent out, in the meantime, I'll be working on the short story, 20,000 word sci-fi short story, again, and preparing that. And I may try to do all of the editing on that myself. I don't know. The more I think about it, I'm like, you just get that professionally done too. Like, don't chance it. You're not a professional editor. Like, you pay these people money for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Um, but in any case, at least while the large manuscript is out, that's what I'll be looking at. I'll at least be getting reader feedback and operating on that thing while I await the results. Quick reminder: no Twitch TV stream this Saturday. It's Labor Day weekend, so I'm gonna take that time off and probably spend time with family and friends. So don't expect that. And yeah, the diet and exercise have to continue. I've been a little too lax in the past week or so. Um, Remember that episode a little while ago where I talked about how you have to decide to own whether or not you're going to actually like pay attention to the calories at the party or call the party a celebration, eat whatever you want and fix it later? I think I'm starting to lean toward pay attention at parties because at this point, every time I bounce back up, it's another week or two to get back down, and then and then another party comes along. Like I'm just plain gonna have to learn to be good, be a good dieter. So that's the challenge for me coming into the fall here. At least it can only get cooler, right? Which will make it easier to get outside and exercise. That is all from me today. Take care and have a great Labor Day weekend if you're celebrating that in the U.S. with me. Have a great weekend regardless of where you are. And I'll see you Monday.